And this is because some of the ingredients are meant to directly stimulate our fat cells in order to burn fat. I've noticed that I've kept fat off more easily. Yeah, I've been a lot better in the gym this month. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This month I have taken OXYSHRED for 30 days. I am doing a video today on whether I think the OXYSHRED is worth it for the money and whether it has helped me personally with my fitness journey. So I thought I would do this video because I was really in two minds about getting OXYSHRED. I'd heard really good things about it on obviously social media, Instagram, YouTube, etc. But when I was actually looking for the evidence, I found the studies and I understood the studies, but I didn't really see any progress photos from any other influencers, so I thought I would do that for you guys to show whether it is worth it. OXYSHRED is from ephlabs, so this is just the one that I've got this month. I just went for ultra concentration, which is like the standard one. You can also get a non-stim version, which is meant to not have any stimulants in. I chose to go with the flavour Rainbow Candy, and I've got to say, the flavour is really good. It really just tastes like Skittles to me, and it's really good to start off your morning with a glass of water, and obviously you have to take this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's how it works. So it helps me get my water in the morning. In terms of how else you're meant to take it, so it says don't exceed 2 scoops per day, and also on training days take one scoop of cold water 10 minutes before exercise. Don't take after 5 p.m. and then on non-training days take 1 scoop first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I personally only take this 1 time a day just because this little tub here is quite expensive and I wanted it to last a couple of months rather than 1 month. There's only 60 servings in there, so if I took this 2 times on the majority of each day, I'm going to need at least one of these babies a month. Also, when I'm trying out new products, I do like to start off with the minimum amount just because then I can tell if I get any side effects from it and also whether it's actually working for me. And then I might decide to up it if I feel like it's personally working for my body. So that is the one that I bought this month, and this is day 2 of me currently taking it, so I'm going to do some progress photos today. And also I'm just going to go through what supposed benefits you're meant to gain from OXYSHRED. The first one is the biggest factor, which is promote shedding. And this is because some of the ingredients are meant to directly stimulate our fat cells in order to burn fat and also increase our resting metabolic rate. So basically what this means is that our fat cells are burning more fat, and also when we are at rest we are burning more calories naturally. I did find a study on how much your resting metabolic rate increases by, and it basically found that with 78 days use of the OXYSHRED you would lose an extra pound, which is half a kilo if you're in the UK, which to me might not sound a lot initially, but just remember that's by doing absolutely nothing. That is literally just by taking this every single day. And half a kilo, actually, it does add up. And let's say you're taking this for a year, like half a kilo every 78 days is going to add up. For me personally, the reason why I wanted to start this wasn't because I wanted to lose weight, but instead because during my bulk, I want to gain as much muscle mass as possible and not put as much of my energy into fat, which is always one of the difficulties people have with a bulk. So I'm hoping that this helps me during my bulk to keep off the stubborn fat and put most of my energy towards muscle mass. That's the number 1 factor that OXYSHRED promotes. And it has things like green coffee bean extract and acetyl L-carnitine, linoleic acid, just loads of chemicals basically that have all in different studies slightly proven to increase fat loss. So when you put them together, I think OXYSHRED's idea is that it'll be a greater, or there'll be an enhanced episode of fat loss. It's also meant to boost your energy, so it contains quite a lot of B vitamins, which are really good for boosting our energy. Obviously, as a vegan, B12 is really important for me, and this has B12 in. It's also got B6 in and riboflavin, which are all really important for keeping our energies up. It's going to work a bit like a pre-workout as well if you're taking it before your workouts, because it's going to boost your energy. And I'm really excited to see whether it does change my energy levels, because I need that extra boost of energy in my life, like I do. Okay, so it's also apparently going to increase my immunity, so I do get ill a fair couple of times in a year. I'm not like really sickly, but I do go down, when I go down with a cold, I do go down with a cold. So this is vitamin C in, which is meant to help out with immunity, so that will be really interesting to see. I don't think I'm going to see much of an effect over the month though, but I'll let you guys know if I do. It's also meant to help with enhancing your mood, so it contains a couple of chemicals that are meant to increase your mood, for example caffeine. And what it claims to do is enhance your mood without giving you any anxiety or jitters, which a lot of these pre-workouts and other supplements containing caffeine can lead to jitters, which people don't often like, and people often stop taking these. So I'm really looking forward to seeing whether it does give me jitters or any anxiety. Yeah, because I'm quite prone to anxiety anyway, so I feel like if I was going to get a side effect from this, that would probably be it. So it's also meant to help regulate our blood sugar levels, so often blood sugar throughout the day will dip and rise. So this is apparently meant to stabilise your blood sugar levels a bit more, which is really interesting. And the benefit of that is that it may help reduce cravings, which is really, really interesting. And I'm someone who definitely gets a lot of cravings. I love my food, and I honestly just eat what I fancy and try to factor in everything I can. So it'll be really interesting to see whether my cravings change this month. And finally, it contains an amino acid that basically is meant to increase your performance by helping out your muscles to contract. I mean, all of these benefits sound really positive. Obviously, I feel like different supplements work differently for different people. Everyone's body is different. I really do believe that. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether I feel like I'm gaining all of these benefits. If I am, I definitely will continue taking it, and perhaps even do a longer term video on it, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm going to take some progress photos now of basically me at the end of my cut. So do remember, I'm going into a bulk. This is me at the end of my cut, so this is probably me at my skinniest, but what I would like to see at the end of this video is an increase in muscle mass, but a more stabilised body fat percentage. That would be perfect, and I feel like you can see that on progress photos. You can kind of tell between muscle definition and fat definition. So let's get into some progress photos. Hi guys, so at the start of this video, it was the beginning of November and I had just purchased this OXYSHRED, and now it is the beginning of December and I've been taking this for 30 days. This isn't a paid ad, so I haven't received any money for this. When I was looking for videos on OXYSHRED and whether it was worth the money, I couldn't find any videos that showed any before and after pics, so I decided let's do a video myself and see how it works for me. So this is just my opinion on how it works for my own body. Everyone's body is different. I've been taking it now for 30 days, so there's two ways you can take this OXYSHRED, and it actually says on the container. You can either basically take it once in the morning, which is what I did, or you can take a maximum of 2 scoops per day, which is once in the morning before you eat, and then once before your training session. So I personally only took 1 scoop in the morning because it was a new product. I wanted to see how it was going to react with my body, if it was going to cause me any symptoms. I didn't want to be taking 2 scoops a day. So that is why I started off with 1 scoop a day. You can get it in loads of flavours. So I personally went for rainbow candy, and that is because I watch Mia Green's YouTube videos and she always said that rainbow candy is a lovely flavour and it tastes like Skittles. When you're making the OXYSHRED, so you just add it to water, I would say it does take a while to dissolve, so that's maybe a downside. And it does taste quite strong and sweet. So if you're not used to sweet flavours, then you need to add some more water than what's probably recommended on the tub. I personally was fine with it because I kind of just took it as a supplement in the morning. I practically downed it all in one most times. And yeah, but it's not a bad flavour. It's not unpleasant to take. It tastes very sweet, but that's the only thing I can say about it. And I preferred putting some ice cubes in the water as well, because that cooled it down and it was just a bit easier to drink that way. So I'm going to go on to whether I think it achieved the benefits that I read out to you at the beginning of the video. So one of the benefits that OXYSHRED state this supplement has is that it promotes shredding. And this is a bit of a tricky one for me to be able to answer as to whether I think that I've shredded since being on OXYSHRED. So personally, this has been a bit of a change of lifestyle for me. So I've literally just gone from cutting to maintenance, and now I'm just going into a bulk. So I've not been taking this whilst I've been bulking, but I've been taking it whilst I've been on maintenance calories. And I would say, looking at my readings from my Renvo scale, my body fat is pretty stable. So that's in terms of the measurements, but aesthetically, when I have watched videos of myself at the gym, I have noticed that I've kept fat off more easily. I've noticed that I look slightly leaner. I'm not sure whether the fat is perhaps just going to other places rather than my normal places that I gain fat, which is usually around my tummy. And my legs personally look a little bit skinnier in terms of fat. It's a bit of a strange one because I then looked up on the internet and it said that you need to at least finish 1 tub of OXYSHRED to see any benefit from fat loss. So I would say that it's currently working because aesthetically I'm noticing differences on my body. I think my body fat percentage has stayed the same because I'm maintaining, but I think different areas of my body are definitely leaner than they would ever be on maintenance. So I think really you need to at least take this whole tub in order to see any benefits. And I haven't finished the tub yet, so I'm literally I'm not even halfway. I'm probably like 2/3 of the way through the tub. I can see progress starting, but it's too early to tell. So the next one is boosting energy. This is another difficult one because it's been so cold and dark outside that it's just makes you feel tired. But anyway, I'd say slightly I have had an increase in energy, but I would say if that's one of the main reasons why you want to take OXYSHRED, I would say go for a pre-workout instead, because I don't feel like I've had a massive boost of energy. I feel like it's become slightly easier to get up early in the morning to go to the gym. And that's another reason I'm not actually taking the OXYSHRED before I have my gym session. So perhaps if you do take it before your gym session, you would see more effects. But personally, I've only noticed a really slight increase in energy. So that's just my personal opinion. But increasing immunity. So obviously, this isn't something you're going to see effects from in 30 days, right? But I would say I am the type of person that always gets ill. If somebody is ill around me, I catch it and I become poorly. Now, there's been a couple of times in the hospital where people have been ill and calling in sick, and usually it gets passed around like the whole cohort of workers. and I've not got ill this month. So whether it increases immunity in the long term, I'm not sure yet, but I don't know. I've not become ill, so that it might be working. Enhancing mood. This is a tricky one because I feel like for other reasons my mood has been all over the place this month. Like I spoke about this on my social media, that my mood kind of got really low midway through November, and whether that was hormone related, I'm not sure. I personally don't think that at the moment this is helping my mood, because I've not seen like a big increase in my mood this month. So I wouldn't say, again, don't take this purely to enhance your mood, because I personally don't think it's helped me this month. But again, that might just be due to life situations, and it may be better to reflect on this at the end of the tub, and maybe I will see a great enhancement of my mood. I think though, if you're more consistent in your gym, you're always going to have a better mood, and I've been consistent, and maybe the OXYSHRED helps you become more consistent because you have more energy. But again, I'm not seeing great effects like that at the moment. So yeah. Blood sugar. So I've not really spoke about this on my channel yet, but I don't have a massive issue with my blood sugar, don't get me wrong. But there have definitely been points in my life where I have had blood sugar crashes, and it basically runs in my family. Like my dad's the same, my granddad's the same, where we basically sometimes feel really faint and like low on energy, and you start kind of feeling shivery and you can't start kind of shaking. And that's definitely happened before to me in the past. Usually it gets worse when I'm cutting, because obviously I'm having less calories, but it hasn't happened over this month. And yeah, so maybe it's helping my blood sugars. I wish I had one of those devices where you can just check your blood sugars all the time, but I don't. So but yeah, so blood sugars, I guess it could help, I'm not sure. I think you'd need to have a blood sugar monitor to fully know whether this helps that. Okay, so increasing performance. Yeah, I've been a lot better in the gym this month, as in like I've hit new PBs, I've really pushed myself and gone out there, and I've made more progress than I did the previous month. So I do feel like this can increase your performance, because I can't see another reason why this month I've progressed so much more compared to last month. There's just no other reason. I've not changed anything. So I would definitely say it does increase performance actually, and helps you in the gym. But yeah, so I've hit new PBs, and I've just been enjoying it more when I'm in the gym, because I'm performing better and all of the movements are feeling nicer, and I'm just more in tune with my body. So yeah, I do feel like OXYSHRED helps in that way. Okay, so those are all of the benefits. One of OXYSHRED's sort of promoting factors is that it does not cause jitters. I've not had any jitters, none at all. I felt great taking this supplement. I haven't had any side effects or drawbacks. So I'm just going to put up some photos of before and after progress pictures, just to see whether you guys can see any differences. I think personally, normally when I go into maintenance, I usually add a tiny bit of body fat on, and this usually goes to my abdomen. I can see that a little bit, but I would say it's a lot less than when I stopped cutting last year. So I would say it's definitely working, it's doing its thing, but my overall opinion on this product is that I need to take it for at least the rest of this tub to be able to definitely know whether it's working. It's one of those things that is a long-term commitment. You have to be committed to taking it every morning before you eat for at least 3 months, and I'm happy to do that. So we'll see how it goes, but that is my opinion. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been beneficial and helpful, and I'll see you next week for another video. See you later.